Now we'll talk about the next type of series, that is Fourier sine series. Okay, so as the name says sine series, it means we should have the sine term. So Fourier sine series expression for any function is given by summation n from 1 to infinity bn sine n pi x over n. So here again you have to find L and the value of bn. So this is Fourier sine series defined over the function from 0 to L. So again the interval of length L. That is why this is also called one of the half range Fourier sine series. Okay. So now how do we find the value of bn? Here, since we have only one constant bn, we have to find only the value of bn. So bn is given by 2 over L, 0 to L fx sine n by x over L dx. Okay, this is the thing. So let's take an example. So suppose you have a question to find the Fourier sine series of for the function, say fx is equal to x plus 3 defined over, let me take an interval which is not involving pi. Okay, say 0 to 2. Now we have the value of fx and this is your interval. So very first thing that we have to do is, as we are going to use this formula which is defined over the interval 0 to L, which is the length of this interval is L. So we need to find the length of this interval. So let's start our calculation. Start with this. This is the function. What is length of this interval 0 to 2? It is given by always the higher number minus the lower number, 2 minus 0, which is 2. So your function fx is x plus 3, interval is 0 to 2 and length is 2. You are going to use the formula for fx which is defined from 0 to L and its length is L. So when we compare these two, this gives us the value of L as 2. Remember, we have to always compare when we talk about Fourier sine series. We have to compare the length of the interval of the given function by L. Whereas in the Fourier series, it was 2L. Now we say that this is the Fourier sine series. Okay. So we write Fourier sine series is given by, how do we get it? Fx equal summation n from 1 to infinity bn sine n pi x over L, right? So this is equal to n from 1 to infinity bn sine n pi x over L. What is the value of L? L is 2. Okay. Here we cannot cancel. This is pi. We cannot cancel it. Let me just write it clearly. This is pi. N pi x. It will, we cannot simplify.
Miss?
Next is to find the value of bn, which is given by this formula. So let's write it. Bn is 2 over L integral 0 to L fx sine n pi x over L dx. Now substitute. We have the value of function fx from here. We have the value of function. This is the interval and we have L. So let's write it. 2 over L is 2. Integral 0 to 2 fx. In place of fx we have x plus 3. X plus 3 sine n pi x divide. What is L? L is here 2. 2 dx. Okay. So now we have to integrate it because we cannot cancel this angle. We need to integrate it. Again we can see it's product of two terms and it's not possible to combine them together. So integration by parts. Now again, as one of the function is algebraic function, we can go for using that formula for integration by parts. So we select one function for derivative, another for integration. For derivative we will use the function x plus 3 because this is algebraic and it is in such a way that after certain derivatives it becomes 0. And here it is sine n pi x over 2. Derivative of x plus 3. This is 1. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 3, 0. Derivative of 1 becomes 0. Now comes the concept of integrating sine n pi x over 2. So here the thing is that we are using, see, for integration we are using the formula. If it is sine of ax plus b dx, what we do? Minus cos ax plus b divide a. So what we are doing here, we are dividing, like for sine it become minus cosine and we are dividing it with the coefficient of x because we are integrating with dx. So here also we divide with coefficient of x, which is here n pi over 2. It's not a number just like that, it's like n pi by 2. So when we integrate it become minus cosine n pi x over 2, and what will happen? Can I write it directly as 2 over pi? 2 over n pi. How do we get it? See, in place of a, if I have say integration of sine n pi x over 2 dx, so it become minus cosine of n pi x over 2 whole divided by n pi by 2, because that was the coefficient, isn't it? See, this is the coefficient. So this total divided by n pi by 2. Now this 2 will go up and n pi remain in the denominator. So when you convert it into multiplication, it becomes 2 over n pi. And it's better to write it as multiplication term because it will be easy to, like it will not be so complicated. Okay, I hope it's clear now. So when we integrate it again, minus cosine will be minus sine n pi x over 2, and following the same way as we did here, we get 2 over n pi 2 times. Okay, then we give the sign to these terms, we assign sign to these terms, like we start with plus, minus, plus, and we'll do the multiplication. It's always better to put bracket. So let's write. Here we can see this 2 and 2 cancel. So we just have the value of integral. Let's write it on next slide. Bn is equal to, first term, it is plus, minus gives you minus. Minus. Now see, here you have x plus 3 and here you have a number 2 over n pi. So it's always better to write the number in the front. Okay, so what I'm saying, we can write 2 over n pi x plus 3, and what was the term? Cosine n pi x over 2. cosine n pi x over 2. And we can do this because multiplication is commutative. So it doesn't matter if you write a into b or b into a, it will be same. Next, minus minus become plus. Plus. Following the same thing, bringing this term in the front, it will be 2 over n pi and its power 2. What is the term? Sine n pi x over 2. Sine n pi x over 2. And what were the limits? Limits were from 0 to 2. So here x varies from 0 to 2. Now we have to carefully substitute the limit of x at all the places. Here, here and here. So we have 3 places where we have to substitute the limit. Now substitute. First we replace x by 2. So this will give you minus 2 over n pi 2 plus 3 cos of n pi into 2 over 2 plus 2 over n pi power 2 sine of n pi 2 over 2. Okay, so these are the limits. These are the two terms when we replace x by 2. Then minus, we will replace x by 0. So let's see what we will get when we replace x by 0. Minus 2 over n pi 0 plus 3 cosine of n pi 0 over 2. So which will become 0 plus 2 over n pi power 2 sine n pi 0 over 2, which will become sine of 0. Okay, so these are the terms. Now what we can see, we can further simplify it. We can cancel here 2 with 2, 2 with 2. Sine of 0, 0. Cosine of 0, the value is 1. Okay, now we check here. Now after cancelling 2 with 2, we left with sine n pi, whose value is 0. Here we left with cosine n pi and its value is minus 1 to the power n. So once we did all these things, we can write it here. Bn as first term. See, 2 plus 3, this gives you 5. 5 times 2 gives you 10. So we can directly write minus 10 times 10 divide n pi, and for this term minus 1 to the power n. This term cancels out to be 0 because anything multiplied by 0 becomes 0. Minus minus become plus. 0 plus 3 become 3. 3 times 2, 6. 6 over n pi. Here cosine of 0 is 1. So this is the value of Bn. Because last term again sine of 0 is 0 and multiplied by this, so it becomes 0. So after getting the value of Bn, substitute it here. That gives you the Fourier sine series of this function. So we say that therefore the Fourier sine series of x plus 3 is given by, what is your function x plus 3? It is given by summation n from 1 to infinity Bn, which is this term. So minus 10 over n pi minus 1 to the power n plus 6 over n pi. What was the term here? Sine n pi x over 2. sine n pi x over 2. This completes this solution.